Assalamualaikum everyone, welcome back to my channel Smooth Like a Floss. So in this video we will be covering our last topic of this chapter, that is structure of oral tissues, and by the end of this video we will be done with this chapter. So what we covered is till now is that we are done with the tooth and have a basic idea about enamel, dentine, and pulp. Then we did supporting tissues, periodontal ligament, and cementum. And in the last lecture, we were doing oral mucosa, salivary gland, and TMJ. I left behind bone of the jaw purposely because we will be covering this as a whole a different unit or a chapter. In this video, we are covering hard tissue formation and its mineralization. So moving on to hard tissue formation, there are four types of hard tissues in the body, which is enamel, dentine, cementum, and bone. Okay, this is a cute little diagram of a tooth in which you can see this is enamel, this is your dentine, here somewhere will be your cementum. Okay, this one, cementum, and this is your bone. These are the four hard tissues present in the body. Three of them have similar um, composition and structure, which include bone, cementum, and dentine. Okay, specialized connective tissues and collagen are present, which plays a very vital role in determining their structure, especially collagen type 1. In simple words, what is hard tissue formation? Is basically production of organic matrix by different cells to accommodate minerals. Okay, um, basically, what do you mean by accommodating minerals? Is like having a pool of mineral for the tooth to get its nourishment from. Okay, so organic matrix. Organic matrix is basically a hallmark of calcified tissues is the various matrix protein that attracts and organize calcium phosphate ions into a structured mineral phase based on carbonated apatite. Carbonated apatite is a type of hydroxyapatite crystal. This type of crystal, that is hydroxyapatite crystal, we are going to study up in the next slide. Okay, so the formative blast cells of calcified tissues produces the organic matrix constituents that interact with the mineral phase. These cells, which are blast cells, okay, produces a specialized protein and its secretions. Proteins involved are comprising of a predominant supporting meshwork of type 1 collagen and different type of collagenous proteins. These proteins primarily act as mediators or modulators for mineralization. Basically, what this whole slide says is, you see, the organic matrix is formed during amelogenesis and it have different phases and different ions. So in the formative blast cell phase produces different materials and constituents of organic matrix, which in mineral phase interacts with calcium and phosphate ions. Okay, the blast cell produces different specialized proteins which comprises of meshwork of collagen type 1, which act as modulators for mineralization. I hope it's clear now. If not, coming down the query and I'll explain it again. Okay, so now moving on to the minerals. Okay, the inorganic component of mineralized structure consists of hydroxyapatite. This is the formula of hydroxyapatite crystal. This formula indicates a single unit, which means this is the least number of calcium and phosphate and hydroxy ions which are able to establish a relationship. The unit cell, this single unit cell, okay, this single unit cell is hexagonal in shape, and when stacked together from crystal lattice, okay, these hexagonal shape crystals when stacked together forms a crystal lattice, and different arrangement of these crystal lattice formed different size of crystals and different shape of crystals. Crystal formation is then followed by an unstable amorphous calcium phosphate relationship. Okay, there is a layer of water present around each crystal called hydration cell. Fine. Apatite crystal has three compartments: the interior crystal, the crystal surface, and the hydration cell. Okay, so this was the last slide of this lecture, and we are officially done with our last topic. So we will be continuing the same subject um, uh, with a different chapter in the next lecture. So what we did was, in the three lecture, the two that I have already delivered, and third one this one. In the first lecture we did was the tooth, in which we studied enamel, dentine, and pulp, and we did supporting tissues, which included periodontal ligament and cementum. Then in the second lecture, I covered the third part of this chapter, which consists of oral mucosa, salivary gland, and TMJ. And in this third lecture, I have covered the fourth part of this chapter, which was hard tissue formation and its mineralization. Okay, so we are officially done with this chapter. See you next time, and do subscribe my channel and follow my Instagram account, which also goes by the name of Smooth Like a Floss, to get update about different things and lectures. Okay, so see you next time. Fia Manala, take care. Bye bye.